Hi guys, so this is week 1 of me using the Clinique 3-step anti-blemish system, and I hope that you enjoy this video. As you saw last week when I did my update, it was how my skin looked like before I started using it. So I had all of my acne, all of my blemishes, and it looked a bit horrible. And also on these videos I'm going to be doing about 4 to 5 updates on the first week, and that's only because if my skin didn't look any different the day after, then I wouldn't bother doing an update, because there just really wasn't any point in doing an update if my skin looked exactly the same. Also, as you will see after the video updates, you'll see that I have done a photo every single day of what my skin looks like. All of these photos are completely unedited, unphotoshopped. They're literally exactly the same as how they come out on my camera, so I just plonk them into the video so you guys can see exactly what my skin looks like, how red it is, all of the acne, when it clears up, and how it looks. So definitely make sure that you check back every single week, because I will be doing a different update every week so you guys can see exactly what my skin looks like, and if it looks any different from the week before as well. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these videos. Make sure that you comment down below just to let me know what you think it looks like on my skin, if you feel like my skin is looking any better, or if it's looking any worse, or if it hasn't really done any difference at all. I would really like to know your feedback on these as well, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel to make sure that you don't miss out on any of these videos, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye! Hi guys, so this is what my skin looks like after 2 days of using the Clinique 3-step blemish system, and I can't really notice much of a difference. I have noticed that my skin has tended to break out a little bit more than it had before I used it, but I don't know if that's because it's a new product that I've just decided to use and maybe my skin's getting used to it. So I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can see what my skin looks like. So this is what my chin looks like. As you can see, I have a lot of blemishes right down here, and then I have some here. This one has decided that it's going to break out a lot more than it was beforehand. It does seem to be a lot redder than it was, and that sort of means that the infection has taken into it. So that's not very good, because it's gone bright red and before it wasn't red, and it just seems to have got bigger. And around here it hasn't seemed to clear up at all, and I have more, especially underneath my lip, if you can see. I have some right there, and yeah, I'm not impressed with how it's done on my chin. And then I do think I have a blemish that's right on my cheek around here, and it's gone quite red as well, and it wasn't red to begin with, and I didn't even have that here to begin with. And I've noticed that my pores seem to be a tiny bit smaller, and after 2 days I think that's really good, but they haven't got a dramatic difference. They're just a little bit smaller, and I can't really feel them as much when I go like this anymore, whereas before I used to be able to feel them very bad. It's not as bad, but I can still feel them. But I have noticed that the redness of my skin has started to go down a little bit on my cheeks and on my forehead. So this is what my forehead looks like. I haven't got any extra blemishes on the top, but I have noticed that I have an extra one right here at the top of my nose, and that's not too good because it shows that I'm breaking out even more. So this bit I have extra blemishes, but around my cheeks and around my forehead it seems to have done quite good. One thing that I have noticed about this blemish system is that it has made my skin feel a lot smoother. It does feel quite nice, and I can feel it just already making a difference. My skin never used to feel as good as this when I used to use Proactive. It used to feel nice and clean, but it wasn't as smooth and as healthy as it feels at the moment. So I'm going to see how it goes throughout the next few days. I'll be giving you an update tomorrow so you can see exactly what my skin looks like and if it looks any different. And I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye! Hi guys, this is the 5th day of me using the Clinique 3-step system, and so far I haven't really had any reactions to any of it. Sometimes when I put on the lotion for the 2nd step I do tend to get a little bit warm on my face, but that could also be because I've just decided to use the cleanser, and also it's a new product so my skin needs to get used to it. But so far I've noticed that there is quite a lot of difference with parts of my skin. I have absolutely no acne on the tops of my face, and here I only have 1 blemish instead of 3 like there were the other day, and here I've noticed a few more spots, but around here there's absolutely nothing, and it seems to be clearing up a lot better. I didn't do a follow-up yesterday because I didn't really notice any difference in my skin, and I thought that it was a bit of a waste to actually do an update because it just didn't look any different from the day before. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see exactly what my skin looks like and see how different it looks as well. So this is what my chin looks like. It looks a lot better than it was the other day. There's hardly any spots, there's hardly any bumps as well on the bottom of my chin, and I've also noticed around here it seems to have cleared up a lot more, and the redness has gone around here as well. I've still got quite a lot of redness on my chin, but it does look a lot better than it was before. I am breaking out quite a bit around here. As you can see, there are quite a few spots here, and I didn't really have any before, but it's not too bad. They're not really big, they're just sort of appearing, so it's not too bad at the moment. So they might be coming up in a few days' time. And as you can see on my cheeks, my pores seem to have got a little bit better than they were the other day, and they're not as deep as they were, but they're still quite big. There's not a dramatic difference with them. But also if you look here in between my eyes, I did have 3 blemishes the other down here, and I only have this one, and it seems to have gone down a hell of a lot to what it was the other day when it was absolutely massive and it looked like a giant volcano. But as you can see, I haven't got any on my nose either, and on the top of my mouth I've only got 1 here, and the rest of it seems to be completely fine. But I do seem to be getting some blemishes along here, like I said earlier, but on here there's only 1, and it seems to have gone a lot more than it was before. And as you can see on my forehead, I don't have a lot of blemishes anymore. There's literally nothing on here. I just have like the odd red marks, but the majority of it, there's absolutely nothing now, and it looks like how it was before I started using it. So I think that that looks really good, and I do feel like that it looks very clear above my head and on the sides of my face as well. I have nothing there. So this is what my skin looks like after using the Clinique 3-step system after 5 days, and I do feel like my skin is improving quite a lot. Along here it does seem to breaking out a little bit, but it seems to have got rid of the majority of my spots and the majority of my acne, and the redness has gone down a little bit, so it does look a bit better. But I have noticed that when I started to use this, it was breaking me out a lot, like on my forehead and along my nose and along my cheeks, and now it seems to be that it's clearing it all up. So it could be that this is what this product does when you first use it. It decides to draw all of the spots out and then decides to get rid of them. So this is what my skin looks like, and I'm quite happy with it after 5 days, and I'll be giving you another update tomorrow so you guys can see exactly how it looks. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye! Hi guys, this is day number 6 of me using the Clinique 3-step blemish system, and I feel like that I have noticed quite a lot of difference since I first started using this. And I've noticed that today along here it seems to have got a little bit more clearer. I do feel a few bumps as I rub my finger across, but I feel like this product might actually stop them from coming to the surface, and it's cleared up a lot around here and around here as well. And I've noticed that I did have 3 blemishes right here a few days ago, and I only have 1 left, which is here, and that's gone down a lot since yesterday. And my forehead seems to be pretty clear as well. I do feel maybe a spot coming up here, but that seems to be the only one really. And yeah, I do still feel like my skin is really nice and smooth, and it does seem to be doing a good job. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see exactly what my skin looks like today. So this is what my chin looks like, and I feel like that it's gone down a lot more from yesterday, and I feel like it's not as red as it was yesterday, and I don't have as many blemishes as I did. And around here I feel like it's cleared up a little bit more than yesterday, and on this side as well. I can only feel 1 spot that's coming up here, and around here I can just feel a few little bumps that are up, but it's not as many as there were yesterday. And along here I haven't noticed a difference in my pores for the last few days. It doesn't seem like it's done any more than it did on the 2nd day of me using it. So this is what my pores look like. They're not as deep as they were, but they are still quite deep. And I've noticed that I don't have any blemishes on my nose. I can't feel any coming up either, and I can't feel any blemishes coming up around my cheeks as well, and they do feel very, very smooth, which I really like. And I feel like this product is really working on my skin because I've had no extra ones come up here. And on my forehead I can't actually notice any more spots coming up. I do feel probably 1 coming up around here, but that's it, no more on my forehead. And also down here where I had 3 different spots, I only and here where I had 3 different spots after a few days of using the product, I have noticed that since yesterday this one has gone down a lot more and I only actually have 1 spot here now. So that's really good, and it does feel like it's actually working, and I feel like my skin is starting to clear up, especially around here. This one was like a volcano the other day and it was absolutely huge and I hated it. So as you can see from when I first started using the product, it has done a little bit of difference. I've noticed that my redness has gone down a hell of a lot to what it was before, and I've noticed that my blemishes have gone down. They did start to break me out and then I feel like it went down because it's a brand new product, and I do feel like it's still making my skin really smooth. Again, I haven't had any reactions to any of the products that I've been using as well, so I'm going to show you another update tomorrow, guys. Bye! Hi guys, so you've just seen my video diary of my updates of using the Clinique 3-step blemish system for the first week of me using it. I also showed you how my skin looked beforehand as well. So as you can see, there are different things I thought of every single day when I did an update. Some days my skin did not change really much, so I didn't really do an update. But basically in these updates you've seen that my skin hasn't been exactly the same throughout every day of doing it. Sometimes it's improved and then sometimes it's got worse. So as you've seen in the videos, the main area that I have for lots of blemishes is on my chin, and that's basically where I haven't been able to get rid of them. They've always been there and I just literally just can't get rid of them. So as you saw on the second day, my skin did break out a lot more and my blemishes did get bigger and redder, and I believe that the reason for this is because it's a brand new product, and normally when you use a new product it tends to take out all of your impurities and then it normally breaks you out at first and then your skin normally gets used to it. So I feel like that's the reason why my skin was breaking out by the second day of using it. And by the 5th day my skin did clear up on the left side of my chin, which I thought was really good because, as you know, my chin is the worst area, but I did get a lot more breakouts on the right side of my chin. My redness did reduce a lot on my chin though, which is really good, and also my pores did minimalise as well. They weren't as big as they were when I first started using product or even before I started using it. And my blemishes did seem to be going down as well, the blemishes that I already had before I used the product, and also the ones that broke me out, they did tend to be reducing a lot even within the 5th day of using it. And by the 6th day I did notice quite a lot of difference. It did clear up a lot on my chin and also on my cheeks, which was really good, and I did notice that the 2 blemishes that I had right between my eyes here had completely gone. I just had 1 more that was left. So as you guys know, when I first started using it I basically had a giant volcano right in the middle of my eyes, and I had 2 other quite big spots, and then 2 of those actually went by the 6th day, which was really good, and I didn't feel like a freak with a giant blemish stuck right in my head. And then by the 7th day of using the product my pores did reduce a little bit more as well, and my chin did start clearing up a little bit more, and then my blemishes that were coming through were quite tiny. So I was getting quite a few blemishes that were coming up, but they were very small. They weren't giant red ones, which is what I normally get. They were very small, sort of like bumpy ones that you can't really see much. Even if they are a little bit red, they're not overly red and they're just fine, and I can basically deal with those because I can cover them up with some of my foundation anyway, which is good. So as you saw, my skin did not keep getting worse throughout the whole of the week. It did get really bad at the first part and then it started clearing up a little bit, and I've even noticed now that the blemishes that I have are quite small ones. They're not huge ones, they're just small, which I feel is really good. So for the first week of using this product I was using all 3 steps twice a day. I was using it before I go to bed and also when I wake up, and before I put my makeup on I was replacing the moisturiser that you get in the 3-step blemish system for my normal Garnier Moisture Match Very Dry to Dry Skin moisturiser, and this is because my skin is quite dry, as you guys know, and I didn't feel like the moisturiser would actually be good for my skin before I put makeup on. I felt like it might look a bit cakey for it, so I decided to use my normal moisturiser for when I was doing my makeup, and I feel like it did look pretty good as well. It didn't make me go really cakey and I didn't really seem to be breaking out a lot from it. And then before I was going to bed I was using my Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water to take off all of my makeup from my eyes and also from my face before I use the foaming cleanser, and that's only because I feel like that the foaming cleanser doesn't really tend to get off a lot of makeup, and I wanted to make sure that I got a lot more off of my face while using this one, and I feel like it did do pretty good. I normally use this anyway to take off all my makeup and it does seem to do really well. So this is my first week update of using the Clinique 3-step anti-blemish system, and I hope that you like these videos. I hope that it's really good and informative for you, because as you guys know, I do suffer from acne and also I have very sensitive and dry skin, so I feel like that this product so far is going really well and I am liking it. I'm very optimistic that it's going to work really well for the next few weeks, so I'm really excited to be trying it for next week and then seeing how my skin looks. So make sure that you keep checking back every week for a new update of the Clinique 3-step blemish system and how it's going for my skin. And make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!